1,000 years ago, Kamakura greeted the god of Hachiman to Yuigahama, and so began the history of prayer. Trusting in God, Lord Minamoto no Yoritomo reached Kamakura, then set up his base. From ancient times, Japan has faced countless natural disasters. Facing powers beyond human understanding, people could do nothing but pray. Prayer made people feel closer to God. Prayer transformed the feeling of helplessness into the power of survival. The samurai, such as the Lord Yoritomo, could not avoid taking the lives of others. They desperately needed to pray to God for a safe return home and to Buddha for forgiveness. In 1180, Lord Yoritomo moved the shrine of Hachiman to its current place and founded Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine. He then prepared a sacred path, Wakamiya Oji, to express his utmost respect to God. In those days, it was normal for Shinto and Buddhist worshippers to pray in the same place. Lord Yoritomo set up 25 temples in the area of Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine and invited priests from the 6 sects of Nara and the Tendai and Shingon sects of Kyoto. They established a place to offer prayer in Kamakura. In this way, the Kamakura shogunate was founded, and the city became the capital of Japan. Priests from around the country settled in Kamakura and began building temples one after the other. Here at Kokuonji, the hall and garden are strictly and carefully maintained. They retain their atmosphere from the Middle Ages. The bonds grew stronger between the temples and shrines and the samurai, who became the country's politicians. Under the rule of the samurai, Buddhism expanded and diversified. At around that time in the Kamakura era, places of worship started to open their gates to ordinary people. Zen sects emerged, such as the Rinzai and Soto, and the Nichiren sect. And the teachings of a new generation of Buddhism began to spread throughout Japan. By the end of the Kamakura era, Kamakura had become the country's new spiritual sanctuary, where Shinto and various sects of Buddhism coexisted. Numerous earthquakes, tsunami, and fires befell Kamakura. Most shrines and temples had been destroyed or badly damaged and were rebuilt. Civil wars broke out throughout the country, and Kamakura experienced a period of turmoil. Despite the hardships, the people of Kamakura guarded their shrines and temples and kept praying. The temple of the Shingon sect, Myoin, was inaugurated by the 4th shogun of the Kamakura shogunate. But it had no priests for a long time, so the people of this district guarded the temple's main statue and the main hall. Today, the local people and the priests hold regular Buddhist services once a month. The revival of shrines and temples was hastened by the Edo shogunate. Places of worship which had been preserved by people of Kamakura were opened widely to the public. Shinpen Kamakura Shi was published in 1685 in 12 volumes. This was the very first Kamakura guidebook for tourists. It was edited by Lord Mitsukuni of the Mito domain. It describes the main attractions in detail, with drawings and illustrations. Looking at this map, we see Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine in the center, surrounded by the temples of various sects. Its similarity to current-day Kamakura is striking. Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine and Wakamiya Oji Avenue have always been the symbols of Kamakura. This illustration shows us a glimpse of the Edo era. Since the first guidebook, a great variety of other materials have been published and continually updated. For more than 300 years, people have been coming to Kamakura to pray for salvation. The symbol of Kamakura, Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine, has been rebuilt many times because of earthquakes and fire. The current main shrine was constructed in 1828 during the Edo era. Though nothing here is original, it has remained a place of worship since its foundation in 1180. From ancient times, praying to Almighty God will continue far into the future. Wakamiya Oji Avenue is the sacred path leading to Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine. But now, the avenue is itself a place of worship, where Buddhist temples and Christian churches stand side by side. The sound of prayers can always be heard somewhere in Kamakura. Here, you will certainly have many opportunities to join others in prayer. In 2011, Japan again experienced a great disaster. Once a year, Shinto, Buddhism, and Christianity gather in one place to worship and pray together. As long as prayer can alleviate a fraction of the people's suffering, Kamakura will never cease to pray. Each time, the ceremony is hosted by a different religion. Though the religions may be different, they all share the same prayers for peace and happiness. The city of Kamakura leads this prayer without borders. Even in well-developed civilizations, people cannot withstand the power of nature. So that everyone in the world may live in peace, Kamakura will always pray.